I am mentally and physically ready to get back on trail. It's Monday. I was hoping to be back on trail today, but I'm taking an unexpected 0 because the temps dropped down pretty low last night. A lot of people that headed out yesterday have come back into town. The hostels are full. People are staying at the hotels as well, waiting for this weather to pass. It should pass tomorrow and go up about 15 degrees up into the, I want to say the low is going to be a little bit below 30 or maybe around 30 for night and about 43 tomorrow during the day. It's below freezing today, so I am just kind of hanging out. I had to switch hostels because the one that I was at is filled up. And so I moved over to Stanimals, which is just down the road in Hiawassee. So I'm in the grocery store right now because I'm so bored. So yesterday, like I said, was a 0. There was a lot of rolling and icing and ibuprofen and that kind of thing, and just resting and getting to the store resupply. So I'm completely ready for my resupply to head into this next 34 miles. I'm going to try to do it in 2 days and get into the Grove by Thursday. It's supposed to rain Thursday and freezing rain on Friday. So I've got that booked for Friday. Right now I'm just getting a few things and just trying to entertain myself without filling my pack full of nonsense and weight. Yeah, I'll just kind of show you around Hiawassee just to kind of get out and get my legs moving, and hopefully not get stiff because I'm sitting around too much. And there will be yesterday was a 0, so there wasn't much to report. I didn't want to show you guys like, oh, here's my dinner, oh, this is my breakfast. They do your laundry, so I didn't want to be like, look, they're doing my laundry. So I'm just going to show you around Hiawassee today, and that'll be the video for day 10 and 11. I will be a bit behind. The reception or the internet, Wi-Fi and stuff is really struggling right now to get videos. So I'm going to try to get them up as quickly as I can when I get to the Grove, but just know that they're going to be about a day behind because I'm really having difficulties with the internet in Hiawassee for some reason. Other people said that they're not having any difficulties, but it's just I'm not having much luck with it. So my videos might be a day or two behind, but just know that I'll get them up as quickly as I can. Some people start theirs about 10 days behind. I didn't start mine out that far because I just want to get things going, show people what the trail is like more real time than, look, 2 weeks later, because then, people that are following me, they want to know what the trail conditions look like, with the weather that I'm coming up against with leaving this early. I knew I was going to hit weather this early. I've given myself 6 months to do this trail. I knew coming out this early and it being the winter here, it was going to be a struggle with the rain and the cold temps. I'm not naive to that fact, but I knew I would be spending some time in hostels or hotels trying to wait out some of the weather, and that's exactly what has happened. So I've planned for this. I was hoping it would be, smooth sailing and no issues with any equipment, no issues with injuries, no issues with weather, but that's not what's happening. So we're just rolling with the punches. I will show you guys around Hiawassee, a little bit of the outfitter. I'll go over there and just kind of show you around a little bit. I'm in Ingalls right now. I'm just getting a few things. The Hiawassee shuttle is running for the season, so it's bringing hikers into town from all different places, and then driving them back out. They're stopping at Ingalls and a few places here in town. It's free, so I caught that on the way in. I can call Stanimals and they will actually shuttle me back to their place for free as well if I'm ready to go before the shuttle goes. So yeah, so like I said, I'm just getting out, stretching my legs, seeing if there's any last minute stuff that I need to head out of town without, it's kind of dangerous when you're bored to come into the store and then leave with nothing, so that you don't get any extra weight. So I mean, it's dangerous in the fact that you're like, oh, I need this and I need that, I need this, and then it's just weight that you're carrying. So and money that you're spending that you don't need to. Yeah, so I'll just kind of see if there's any last minute stuff that I need when I do a resupply. It's usually like, I like doing extra sharp cheese in the block, and then I'll do like some crackers with that, some beef jerky, or packets of salmon, chicken, or tuna. Tortillas, I like the little tortillas. I don't think they have those here. I've looked before. Snickers bars, anything with peanuts in it for the fat. Let's see, I'm doing some protein bars. What else do I have? I have some fruit snacks. I prefer that over fruit just because it's easier to carry. It doesn't get bruised up, and you don't have to carry like the banana peel or the apple core, that kind of thing. What else? So yeah, just kind of, that's what I do with my resupply. I would tell you that the electrolytes here are lacking. I had to grab Gatorade Propel, the little packets for my electrolytes. I think the outfitter over across the street has Noon. It seemed like they had another one, but I know they have Noon. So I don't like Noon just because it has effervescence in it. It gives me heartburn. But if that's your jam, they've got that. Otherwise, you're stuck with like the Mio or the Gatorade packets or Propel or that kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of lacking, but everything else is in the store. I mean, you can do an amazing resupply depending on how much weight you want to carry. But like I said, I've already got that done. So I'm just gonna browsing through the aisles. And like I said, they've got like everything a hiker would need here. Every single like salmon with extra virgin olive oil. They've got safe catch, tuna. Like they've got everything a standards Ingles would have. And if peanut butter is your jam, I've seen a lot of people carry these cups, which seem like they'd be kind of heavy. I carry these usually, but that's a bigger one than I normally carry. I carry packets of these sometimes. They've got Nutella if that's your thing. But every kind of peanut butter, almond butter, any of that stuff that you would need here. And then over here, they've got every single bread that you would want. The rest of that aisle down there, if chips are your thing to take out of town for the salt or whatever reason, whole aisle of chips down there, any kind that you would want. So yeah, all the honey buns, all that kind of stuff. Donuts. I packed some of those out of town the other day. They were hard not to crush. They've got a ton of beef jerkies. They're liking in the turkey jerky. I don't eat beef, so they don't have turkey jerky for me. Chips, Chex-Mix. And like I said, these are all chips. They also have a salad bar here, so if you come into town, you can just have a salad. They've got a lot of individual stuff that you can get, so you don't have to carry like a whole pack of bagels. I'm grabbing a cheese bagel because it's been a while since I've had a bagel. They've got a bunch of cut up fruit and vegetables, so you can take back to your hostel and eat over a day or two or whatever. They've got a salad bar that you can come and get. The other side has olives in it. Oh, right. So I'm going to walk you guys over to the Outfitters. It's literally across the street. So you got Ingles here that most of the hostels will drop you off for free if you're staying with them. They've got slack packing options. I paid $60 to stay with breakfast included at the Green Dragon Hostel. I paid $57 with tax to stay with breakfast not included at Stanimals. They both shuttle you. They both have slack packing options. Some of them are more expensive than others as far as the slack packing. But if you come out here and you look right across the street, that is the Truffle Outfitter Company, and that's their outfitter here in town. So you'll see they've got a bunch of everything. They've got some electrolytes over here that I'll show you. They've got freeze-dried meals. More freeze-dried meals. Some electrolytes. And they've got a whole bunch of clothes. I bought some clothes over there, hats over there. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check out the hats. They've got a bunch of poles if you lose your poles. Permethrin if you feel like you need that already. Hand warmers. All the essentials for cooking. They've got the Smart Wool base layer if you forgot all of your base layer at home. They've got like literally everything. Shorts if you're too hot in what you brought. They've got some pants and they've got some tights over there. So they've got all the Darn Tough socks. Those are the ones that I bought with the Appalachian Trail sign. They probably would exchange your socks if you ask them, as far as the darn tough policy. There's Smart Wool over there, and then they've got Gators. Oh, there's some Liquid IV. Okay, I've got to go grab some Liquid IV. I did not see this the other day. There is some more Liquid IV. Okay, so I just came out of the Outfitters, you can see right there. And then if you walked right across the street, you would just head over to Ingles over there. So I'm gonna walk down the street here. And there's a couple of restaurants down here that you can get like a salad. Everything's pretty locally positioned, or like centrally, I should say, positioned. So you can get around and get some food. We'll flip this around and I'll show you. If you stayed at the Holiday Inn Express, because they were full in the hostel. So if all the hostels are full and you had to stay at the Holiday Inn Express, they've got laundry there, a continental breakfast. It's like $100. And it's right back there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right back there. So kind of a kitty corner from the Ingles. So everything's pretty, you know, if you had to stay there, it's not the end of the world. It's a little bit more expensive. But again, you can do your laundry. You can have a continental breakfast in the morning, and you are essentially located to getting to everything, even though you don't have that free shuttle with the hostels. And I'll show you where the restaurant is that we ate. I didn't really care for it, but a lot of other people really liked it. The post office is right next to Ingles, so you can walk over there and get any packages. I think the hours vary, so be careful with that. All the restaurants have kind of different hours, so some are closed on some days and vice versa on other days. So just check with, you know, check online or check with your hostel to see what's open. Franco's Burgers, Barbecue, and Burritos, I didn't care for. I went in there and they have burgers and chicken. Half of their menu is chicken. The night we went in there, I don't eat red meat. So the night we went in there, they were out of chicken. Like, you couldn't order anything that had chicken in it. So I had French fries and salad that night. Right across the street, there is a place called Tilted Cafe. That was really good. They have salads, flatbread stuff, just a bunch of different stuff. But I really like that. But again, check the hours because it's varying here in town on what's open and what's not. I am glad I didn't hike out today. It is a really bitter cold. That if you would stop, it'd be really, really cold. You know, everything's gonna freeze from your water. You know, I'm sleeping with everything anyways when it's cold outside, like my electronics and my water and my filter. But yeah, you'd have to be sleeping with almost everything in your backpack at this point. So, but it is an absolutely beautiful day. But like I said, most people are sitting in the hostels or hotels today, waiting out this weather. It's supposed to pass tomorrow, and then it's supposed to get a little bit warmer for a couple of days, like 43, and then the rain's coming, and then freezing rain on Friday. So there's a 34-mile section to Franklin that I need to get to. I'm gonna try to do it in 2 days to beat the freezing rain. So we'll see how it all plays out for me.